And welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV holiday. This time we are doing an event called The Rising, which is the yearly celebration of the anniversary of the game. Basically just a great big happy birthday party. So with that today, you do have to be level 15 for this event at least. But you do have to have the Envoy quest done so you can go between the cities. So if you do not start in the city of Ul'dah, you will be able to get here because that's where the event takes place. We will be going through it today. I will show you what's on the vendor because there are a couple of items on the vendor you may want to pick up to make sure you got some gil on you. And let's get to it. This time we need Kippy Jakia, which is the reporter that we've run into before. Let's see what she's up to for the Rising. And we have with us today, as usual, our little Artemis. So we will have her wave hello today. And hi from Artemis. And hi from me, SF Lady Wolf. Be sure to check out my other videos if you're interested in the game at all. I do the holiday events right now. So check them out. See what you think. Maybe it'll help you get into the game. Or you'll know what the holiday events have been before you started playing. So let's have fun today and let's get started. Sorry for a little spin there, but unfortunately I had my character facing out, so I had to turn the camera around so we could actually talk to Kippy. Let's see what Kippy's got this year. As I said, you do have to be level 15 at least to be able to do this quest, but you do have to be able to travel between the cities if you do not start in Ul'dah. So we have the quest Siblings Rising. This is a limited time event. Right now, it is going until the maintenance starts for patch 6.5. We're thinking that's going to be sometime in October, but we do not have an exact point. So please, if you are playing and you are able to do this quest and you want to, then get in and get this done. But beware, right here, there are going to be spoilers because I'm going to be showing you the entire thing. So if you don't want to see that, you want to play it yourself, stop watching now and come back later when you feel more comfortable with it. Maybe see what I did from my choices. If you've already done it, well and good. Sit back, relax, let's have some fun. It does have the 10th anniversary symbol in the corner this time instead of the normal just rising, which would be just the meteor itself since it is the 10th anniversary. And for this quest, we're going to be getting 1,440 XP and 324 gil. Well, Kippy's looking like she's kind of lost in thought over here. Let's see what's going on. Kippy Jakia is looking a worried sister. This quest is available for a limited time only. Let's accept the quest and see what's going on. Oh, if it isn't Artemis, it's always a pleasure, my friend. And how fortuitous that you should appear now, just when I'm in need of help again. Pray, hear me out. What you got, JP? You see, my brother recently wrote saying he wished to meet me in Ul'dah during the Rising celebration. However, the appointed hour has come and gone, but I've seen neither hide nor hair of him. I've checked all the likely places in the city to no avail, and am beginning to worry. If it is too much trouble, may I ask you to help me find him? Sure thing, that's what I do. I'm in your debt. More than you know. I've done this for you before. For different stuff. Now, my brother is a youth of 16 by the name of Nagi. He recently became an adventurer, something he had aspired to since he was little. Being an adventurer yourself, perhaps you know of him, if not cross paths? And right here, there are differences depending on what you've done in the game. Now, I will tell you this is one difference here, because her brother showed up last year during the Rising. And if you were able to do the Rising last year, you'll have another choice here saying, yeah, you know him. You met him last year. But because this character, I forget if I actually was around or if I just made her, but she wasn't high enough yet. or if I just didn't get to do it on her. But obviously, she had not met him, so she's going to have to answer either I'm not familiar with the name, alas, or I've never heard of him. It's Kippy. I'm going to be nice, I'm not familiar with the name, alas. Plus, the Vieras are kind of classy. They like speaking correctly. Well, it would be too much of a coincidence, I suppose. At any rate, if he isn't in the city, chances are he went outside on some business. To begin with, I propose we split up and make inquiries in case someone has seen him. If you could focus on this area, I shall speak with those in the quicksand. Afterwards, let us reconvene by the entrance to the tavern. And the quicksand here is the nickname for the Adventurers Guild, where, people would go to have a drink, the bar. And adventurers go to sign in, to be, register themselves to become adventurers. If you start here in Old Da, you will go there and meet the lady that is in charge of the place, called Momodi. And you will sign your name when you come in. So that way she knows you're an adventurer. And if you go missing, she can get people looking for you or try to find out what happened. And if anyone comes looking for you, she can say, hey, I know they were here last time anybody saw them. So go check there. So that's why we're going to look around the Adventurers Guild, see if anybody's found them. So let's see here. We're going to trust our trusty map again. We've got an orange circle right here, which if you're new to the game or new to MMOs in general, these circles usually mean where you need to look for stuff about a quest. So we're going to look there. Oh, and we look in here, we look for these markers like this right here. That means it's somebody you need to talk to for what you've got going on right now. We have a Midlander Rising attendant. Well, it's a Rising. Maybe he's seen him around. Maybe, he asked, if you see Kippy Jackia from the newspaper, let her know, hang out here. I'll be right back. So let's see if he knows anything. Greetings, adventurer. How may I assist you? Hey, I'm looking for Nagi. Jackia, Have you seen him? Oh, Nagi? I understand he is doing some work for the Wandering Minstrel. The Wandering Minstrel is a character that shows up every Rising. And he's also in the game in other places. You'll run into him off and on. But he's always around. He has some part to play in the Rising each year. You'll understand why once you see him if you don't already know. Because he is somewhat important in the game. So, we'll get to that in a minute. I dare say his client can point you in the right direction. If you could track the man down, that is. I'm afraid I don't know his whereabouts at the present. All right. Well, if we look at our map, we have a part of an orange circle right here at the bottom of what we have showing right now. But at this moment, we will take the time to point out that the Rising vendor is right here. You have a Rising attendant here. The attendant you can talk to learn about the event, see what's going on. Why is the event popular? Why are we doing it? And all that. So, you can talk to them, learn stuff. They will answer a little bit of questions. And the Rising vendor is usually one that sells extra goodies, like fireworks, things like that. So, we'll come back to them here in just a second. But while I was passing by, I want to show where they are. That they're real close to the quest giver. And, of course, it's always decorated, so if you have a minute, take a look at the decorations. They always do up the different cities for this stuff to try to show off the holiday. Here we go. Highlander Adventurer. Fellow Adventurer. Something you need? Yeah, I'm looking for Nagi. You seen him? Oh, Nagi? I know the sprightly lad. Couldn't say where he is now, but last I saw him, he mentioned taking on some delivery work. He's a curious one, he is. Gets along with everyone well enough, but doesn't seem to like working in a team. With that talk of bandits prowling the road late, I can't help but worry. Bandits, huh? Yeah, okay, we've run into bandits before. We know about all that. Okay, we've still got an orange circle here, so let's look around here. There's our marker. And yeah, sorry, with the way the camera is, it kind of looks through the things. I do apologize for that. But we have a guy named Bran over here near the lifted tent. Let's see what's going on. Something I can do for you, adventurer? If you've business with Bran, best state it quickly. This guy has leads to follow and incidents to investigate for the Harbor Herald. Oh, he's working with the Harbor Herald. We can't have that now. Because we're with Kippy. This is a rival newspaper here. You know, we don't want to help them. But hey, you're a newspaper guy. Maybe you've seen the guy I'm looking for. Or maybe you've seen the minstrel. I can find out from him. I see. With apologies, I haven't seen this Nagi. As a matter of fact, I've been rather busy working on my upcoming piece on the Rising. Why, just earlier I was interviewing the ever-enigmatic wandering minstrel, who's got another unusual venture on the offing. The Letter Forest, he calls it. If that piques your interest, I recommend you go and see the man. He's at the Gold Court, over on the Step of Thought. It appears Nagi is carrying out some work for the Wandering Minstrel. If you talk to the man at the Gold Court, you should be able to learn more. Alright. But for one, having done this on my main character already, yes, I do Artemis second. I go through my main character with my significant other who also plays the game. So, now, I know we go right through this little door right here with the little sparkles on it. That means it's divided. That goes into the next area of the town. Because unfortunately, right now, they can't have it just glide through like other games. So, we're going to go through here and we'll be where we need to be. So, we're going to go through here. Ul'dah, Steps of Thaw. We will come out in the Gold Court. Yep. And we see our marker up there. And it does say the Wandering Minstrel. So, we have people standing around. And we have the place decorated. We have balloons. We have flyers on rope. Okay. I guess we'll find out what that is here in a minute. And if you're ever in need of trying to figure it out, just look for other players. Usually they'll be around your quest giver. Or your target. So let's see what we got here. Hey, Minstrel, what's up? Ah, my dear friend, what a pleasant surprise this is. I trust you have been keeping well. Now then, how might this minstrel be of service? Actually, I'm looking for Nagi. So Nagi's sister wishes to find him. Indeed, I have entrusted him with a task and have an inkling as to where he may be. Well, good. How about you tell me? As you may have heard, on the occasion of this Rising celebration, I am hosting an exhibit called the Letter Forest. Okay? All are invited to anonymously submit letters to this forest and express their gratitude and encouragement for another. And all may peruse the letters at their leisure. Now, in order to collect missives from outside of Ul'dah, I have dispatched a chocobo carriage. Nagi is escorting said carriage. Ah, okay. When he contacted me on Link Pearl a while ago, he said that he had emerged from the Twelves Wood on their way back to Ul'dah. Given the hour, they should have already arrived. I know not what is causing the delay, but might I trouble you to look for them? I would go myself, except I am needed here at present. Yeah, you gotta get your stuff set up for this letter forest you got going on. I am truly grateful. In case it helps, the carriage was meant to pass through Blackbrush Station, so perhaps you could take your search to that area. I pray that nothing has befallen them. Okay. Well, we found out something. Now, we were supposed to go meet with Kippy back at the quicksand. So see, speak with Kippy in front of the quicksand. So we're going to run right back over here. The way we came in, because that'd be the fastest way. And we're going to go right back through the door here. We're right back at Ruby Road Exchange. We can just come down, just go over to the quicksand. Ah! There we go. Which is right here because this is a side entrance to it. The front doors are, of course, around the corner right there on the other side of the wall. But Kippy, what's up? Let me zoom that in just a little bit. Kippy, there you are. Were you able to learn aught of Nagi? Yeah, I kind of found out where he might be, but we don't know exactly what spot he's standing in right now, why he's not already in Ul'dah. Escorting a carriage for the minstrel. So that is the way of it. As suggested, let us take ourselves to Blackbrush Station and try searching in the vicinity. After you. I'll meet you there. Now, while she heads over there, but she'll probably take her chocobo, but me, I can teleport. I'm going to use my teleport. Select Blackbrush Station. And we will teleport and instantly get over there. Give me, got a dry throat there. Ah, there's Kippy. And of course, because she's an NPC, she gets to beat me over here. Here we go. Kippy, what's up? Artemis. No sooner did I arrive than this man came running out of breath. What's up? You're an adventurer? Think to 12. It's the bandits from the Caravan Manse. They've fallen on a chocobo carriage over by the clutch. Uh-oh. The carriage had only one guard, and he was sorely outnumbered. Please, you must help him. Chocobo carriage, one guard. Something tells me it's Nagi. That has to be Nagi. With me, Artemis. What are you gonna do, Kippy? You're a reporter, not an adventurer. Oh, we have a cutscene that just takes us over there. Very nice. And he is surrounded by Lalas. Damn it, there's no end to them. Nagi! Get up! You can take these three out. We have you now, you stubborn little shite. Alright, here we go. We come run to the rescue right then. Enough! Leave my little brother alone, or 12 is my witness, you'll receive such a thrashing as you've never known. From this fearsome adventure here, that is. I like how all of a sudden I'm the one who's going to give them such a thrashing. I'm like, do what? There. Come on. That's no ordinary woman. Retreat! Yeah, I'm a Vieira and the Warrior of Light. Have you seen my face around? You know. I saved the world from Bahamut again. But yeah. Not to mention the Guardlands. Come on now. Are you alright, Nagi? Hi, Nagi. I'm sorry I didn't come when I said I would, sister. Rest assured, I'm not too badly hurt. That's a relief. I'll take a proper look at your wounds back in the city. It seems you're an adventurer too. Thank you for your help. What's your name, if I may ask? I'm Artemis. Artemis Starsong. I'll remember it. To send your foes running without even drawing your weapon, you're clearly a great adventurer. Yeah, you know, you didn't get to meet me last year, but you met my other self. You know, Kira. I still have a long way to go, embarrassing myself like I did. If I want my sister's approval, I need to grow stronger to be able to fight on my own. My approval? Well, he wants to impress you, Kippy. But first things first. Fremont and I have a delivery to make for the Rising. Now, I will say one thing right here. If you play through, when you start the game, you run into this vendor right here. The guy that's with him is Bremont. Only depending on what city you start in as to what his name is. Now, I started in Ul'dah because actually I started as an archer and I changed to white mage, a healer, to check that out. So, I had Bremont when I first started the game. Now, if you start in Ul'dah, you'll have a guy under another name and he will look different from the one that's here because he will have on the city colors of where you came from. Like Ul'dah, he'll have on Ul'dah colors. If you start in Limsa Lamensa, he will have on Limsa colors. And I imagine the carriage may look a little bit different as well. I don't know for sure on that, as I've not done anything other than Gridania yet, because my other character also started in Gridania. But you will find that as a difference and a little personal touch for your story, for who you are. So kind of keep that in mind if you see this and maybe you've already done it. You're like, well, my God, that wasn't who I had. That's why. They do personal touches like that all through the game. You are the hero. It is seen from your point of view. So keep that in mind if you're playing the game and you see something like that. It's like, oh, gee, you remember. Okay. Yeah, 8 years ago, I've been playing for 8 years. I had him, so that's who I get to run into here. If you'll excuse us, we will hurry back to Ul'dah. Let us head back as well. I had in mind to pay the minstrel a visit in any case. Yeah, it's rising. You gotta go see the minstrel. It's kind of like going to see Santa at Christmas. Come on. And we automatically get sent right back to the minstrel. So, good deal. And we want to talk to the minstrel here. And we immediately get pulled into another cutscene in order to talk to him. Welcome back, my friends. Pleased am I to see that Nagi is safe and well. Rising attendants inform me they now have all the letters. With this, we may proceed with the letter forest as planned. Thank you, Nagi. I'm so sorry I'm late. You see... Okay, you're late. You ran into some trouble. That's okay. Everything's here safe. You're safe. Everybody's safe. Chill. Were it not for Artemis, there's no telling what might have become of the letters and Bremont. In the end, I was utterly useless. No, you weren't. So that is how it happened. As Nagi's client, allow me to thank you as well for coming to his aid. No problem, minstrel. That being said, my boy, you were far from useless. Nay, you bravely defended the carriage until help arrived. There is no need to belittle yourself so. Yeah. Well, Artemis didn't need to rely on anyone. No, she drove off the bandits with nary more than a stern look. Couldn't hold a candle to her. One difference. You haven't been an adventurer as long as I have. And you haven't done as much. Minstrel knows what I've done. Kippy knows some of it. Come on. And I can call on people at a moment's notice. I mean, I go in a party finder and I can have other people in the group with me, which are supposed to be people, yo, I need help. Come on, house party. And everybody shows up, Like, yo, it's Artemis, or hey, it's Kira, or whatever character I'm on. You gotta grow into it. Like her, I want to be able to deal with any problem without help. Otherwise, I can't claim to be an adventurer worth his salt. Sure you can, just do stuff. As long as you do stuff, you get it under your belt, you get a reputation. There, everybody knows you're trying to be helpful. You're trying to be the good guy. Without help. Even Kippy has to have an editor and everything. Come on. Tell me, Nagi, all this time, have you been working alone, even for dangerous tasks? That's right. A worthy adventurer doesn't rely on others. If I'm to be the kind of adventurer you approve of, I must be able to handle anything by myself. Again, I can get on the link Pearl and say, yo, I need help over here. I'm a healer right now. I need a tank and some DPS. Let's go. I see. If that is what you believe, then I can't consent to you being an adventurer any longer. Return to our village and start over. What? But you were so happy for me when I became an adventurer. I'm working so hard to succeed, to prove to you I have what it takes. But now, you've developed a grave misconception. Until you recognize what it is, I can't in good conscience approve of your calling. If you can't accept this, if you wish to remain an adventurer, then you must win me over. And it begins with pondering why you first embarked upon this path. All right, sister. I'll think on this. Yeah, go off and pout. That's what it looks like you want to do. I know we need to talk to Kippy because it looks like this one's done. I'm sorry you had to see that, Artemis. Despite how it may have appeared, no one wants my brother to succeed more than I do. To succeed and be happy. After all, I know better than any how hard he works. Unless he changes his ways, however, he is like to die somewhere out there. And even if he manages to stay alive, he would only know an arduous life. That's why I didn't go out of my way to be gentle when dressing his wounds. If he could just focus on what actually matters. Instead, he obsesses about gaining my approval and compares himself to others. And we have that one complete. But this can't be over. Surely not. So we get 1,440 experience and 324 gil. We will complete that. Indeed, we have another quest from Kippy. So let's see what's going on. What drives us? This quest is also level 15. And it is 1,440 experience again. It's 458 gil. And we get some items this time. We get the Rising Phoenix Whistle. Hot to the touch, this hand-carved whistle emits a lively shrill that summons your rising phoenix. A mount! Yes, thank you. And we get Namia Potpourri. Made from the alchemically treated petals of Namia lilies, this fragrant bundle of potpourri brings a sense of tranquility to even the most troubled souls. Okay? Kippy Jackia is again looking a worried sister. This quest is available for a limited time only. Again, this event is only going until the start of maintenance for 6.5. If you don't get it done by then, you won't be able to get it done any other time. And it does have a mount, so you'll want to get that as soon as you can. Because a lot of the times, the mounts or outfits, whatever, that the holidays give up are on the cash shop the following year. So if you want to get this free of charge, come on in and get your story done. Have some fun doing it, be able to celebrate with everybody too. Because everybody that gets this, I've already seen people with it. It's very nice. It is a nice mount. Some people will go out and they'll mount up and just sit around for a few minutes, just enjoy being on the mount because they did the stuff to get it. And it is gotten through the game. You don't have to go to the store and pay real money for it. Although next year, if they do it, it will be on the cash shop for real money. So get into it now while you can. Well, let's accept this quest and see what's going on. If truth be told, no matter what Nagi wants to do, it is my intent to support him. It's his life, after all, and no one else's. It isn't my place to interfere. Be that as it may, if he is sabotaging his own aspirations with his obsession for my approval, I can't simply idly stand by and watch. Loath though I am to impose, until my brother has found his answer, might I trouble you to keep an eye on him? Sure. Please take it as a request from me as well. Ever has adventuring been dangerous, and it is more dangerous still for one who spurns help. Like Kippy, I do not wish for Nagi to continue on his current path. As a fellow adventurer, please help him find a better way. You got it. Thank you. Now then, on a related matter, I must pay a visit to the Weavers Guild, but I will see you again anon, if you'll excuse me. Okay. So I know you're at the Weavers Guild, at least for now anyway. Nagi set off this way, so you may find him at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. We leave him in your capable hands, my friend. Alright. Well, speak with Shakya at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. So we gotta go catch him, talk to him, try to pick his brain a little bit, see what's going on. See why he doesn't want help or something. And try to get him to see the error of his ways. Because again, even I can call for help and I need it. I mean, I can't do everything alone. No one can do everything alone. So we'll cut up through here. Yes, I am walking. I could have turned around and used the Ethernet, just jumped over here. So, there is that option if you decide to. And he's over here. He's at one of the merchants. He's going to drown his sorrows by window shopping, huh? Alrighty. Let's scoot up here. I try not to get in front of anybody if I can. I kind of treat it like the real world as much as possible. Now, let's talk to Nagi and see what's going on. Oh, it's you, Artemis. What is it? Kippy wanted me to keep an eye on you. Just make sure you're okay and you don't try to do anything silly. Like run off and do something else. Is that so? I'm sorry. This is really something I should be doing alone. Still, it's nice to have someone to talk to. You got someone around to give you an ear. Come on. I got two big old long ones sitting here. Like my sister bade me, I'm pondering why I chose to become an adventurer in the first place. Kippy has looked after me since I was no more than 10, after our parents passed away. She was already a reporter by then, and her work took her to various places. From her, I heard tales about adventurers and came to admire them. Upon learning of the full extent of the impending calamity, she took us to a village in the mountains where our aunt lived. It's desperate times like these that people need stories of hope, she used to say, and I believe she had wanted to remain in Gridania and continue her work. But she left in order to keep me safe. I was a burden to her then. I don't want to be a burden to her again. For that, I need to show her that I don't need to depend on others, that I'm a capable adventurer who can handle anything by himself. Again, that by himself thing. Ponder as I might, I can't understand what's wrong with that. It's the more dangerous road. You walk out here and run into 2 or 3 things at once, like you had those lalas on you earlier and you can't take them by yourself, you're going to get killed if nobody shows up. If we hadn't gotten sent, you'd still be out there. Ain't no telling what would have happened, like you admitted yourself. Well, when in doubt, I suppose I should do what adventurers do and gather information. It would be good, I think, to speak with people like my sister. People who aren't adventurers, but are familiar with them. Who in Ul'dah would fit that description? I got somebody in mind. What is our choices? How about the face of the Adventurers Guild? How about the local purveyor of information? How about a business with extensive dealings with adventurers? You know what? Just because I know what she's like, I'm going to say, how about the face of the Adventurers Guild? In other words, let's go talk to Momodi. She's always good with advice. She knows adventurers. She sees them all the day long. So, plus, we can always sit down, have a drink, calm down, relax, talk things over. Here we go. Of course, who else but Miss Momodi? In her capacity as guild representative, she's bound to have some valuable insights. I'll seek her out at once. Let's go! Speak with Nagi at the quicksand. Okay, well, let's run back over here. You know what? I'm just going to be silly. You can use this. You'll be wanting to go to the Adventurers Guild if you decide to use the Aether system. So we click it. You will have to click it twice. First time we'll just select it and say, okay, that's where you want to go. And then the second time will be to confirm it. So you will have to click it twice. Don't think something's wrong if you have to. We'll run right over here. And go right up in here to the quicksand. And let's look at the room here. Ah, there's a marker over there. And it's Nagi. Hey, Nagi. I still remember when I first came here to sign up. I was a nervous wreck then. But now this place feels like a second home. And I come all the time for crumpets. They make them so springy and serve them drowning in butter and honey. You're making me hungry, Nagi. Come on. So sorry. Now isn't the time for that. Come, let's have a chat with Miss Momodi. Hey, when you get done chatting with her, we can always sit down and have some. You know, I may be a rabbit, but, you know, some honey and all that might be good. Besides, I've always got a sweet tooth. Well, now, if it isn't Artemis and Nagi, to what do I owe the pleasure of both your companies today? Hey, Momodi, what's up? I was hoping to get your advice on a certain matter. No, not girl trouble either. If you come from Ul'dah, you'll know what that is. Because when you first get in here, she says, I'm always part to some girl trouble if a heart has one. She's always wanted to be a matchmaker. So we tell Momodi what's going on. The misconception you've developed about being an adventurer. That's an interesting one, I have to admit. Try as I might to figure it out, I keep going around in circles. I thought you might be able to offer some insights. Come on, Momodi. He's a little lost here. Show him some light. This is just a gut feeling, but I reckon I understand what your sister's trying to say. Tell me, Nagi, suppose you fail to get your sister's approval. Would you simply give up being an adventurer? Would it all become meaningless? What are you going to do then? From this here counter, I've indeed sent off many adventurers, each and every one unique, with dreams and destinations all their own. But in spite of their differences, they all share something in common, a reason for first embarking upon their journey. Artemis, would you mind telling us why you chose adventure in life? What will you say? I wanted to see the world. It seemed exciting. A friend recommended it to me. Or it's a secret. Now, 8 years ago, I was playing World of Warcraft. It was during Warlords of Draenor. There was a lot going on. I did not like where the game was going. That would be a video all its own. And I do love the Final Fantasy franchise. It's, 35 years old now? I've been playing forever and a day for different games. To see an MMO come out of this franchise, that was something I wanted to see. But when it started, I couldn't. I didn't have a computer that would handle it right then or an internet connection. And I was doing good at the time to play World of Warcraft. Yeah, with everything going on, I decided to do the free trial. So, it was because this world seemed exciting to me. I love the look at it. I mean, there were cat people. There were elves. I mean, yeah, there were humans too. And there were, large people, the Rogadins. There's the Lalas, which were dwarves. I was like, okay, it can't be much different from World of Warcraft. Yet it is Final Fantasy. Let me give it a shot. I'm going to say it seemed exciting. Because it was a brand new world to me. I didn't know anything about it hardly. I just knew it existed. I knew it was Final Fantasy. I know it should have aspects that I know, like monsters, things like that would probably show up. Like Corals, Marlboros, things like that. So, I'm going to say it seemed exciting. Yeah, I know, it's a little more probably than you want to know, but that's me. That's why I would pick that. I very like you. Keep that reason close to your heart now. You hear? And you, Nagi, what inspired you to become an adventurer? It's simple, really. I heard about adventurers from my sister and became infatuated with the lives they led. Like them, I wanted to be able to see the world while helping those in need. Then isn't that enough? Your sister's approval or no, you have a reason all your own. By the 12, I see now. At some point, my desire to prove myself to Kippy had displaced my own motive for being an adventurer. That's the misconception Kippy wanted me to recognize. What a fool I've been. That and the fact you want to do it by yourself. I mean, make friends. It's all about, having fun, getting to go, seeing what everybody else experiences. Maybe having experiences together as a team. I mean, look at the science. Wanting someone's approval isn't wrong in and of itself, but it's got nothing to do with why you're an adventurer. It shouldn't force you to do things you otherwise wouldn't do, like trying to handle everything alone. Well, that's enough from me for today. I've said my piece. What you do now is up to you, Nagi. Thank you for helping me realize, Miss Momodi. Think nothing of it. It's my job to watch over you all. Nothing makes me happier than to see you happy, doing what you do. Thanks, Momodi. I was afraid I was going to get a frying pan and try to smack it into him. And then we're back over here outside, and we got Nagi right here to talk to. Thank you too, Artemis, for accompanying me. I think I know what to say to Kippy now. And loath though I am to trouble you again, there's something else I'd like your help with. You see, of the letters we collected in Limsa Laminsa, one was from an explorer who was seeking an escort for an expedition. By now, that letter should be on display at the Gold Court. I want to show it to my sister, and I'd be grateful if you could help me find it. Come, let's rejoin the minstrel. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Where are we here? We are right outside. So we want to run right back up here, up the stairs, and go through that door over there at the end. Because we'll be right back at the Gold Court again. Or my sinus has been acting up, and then this holiday seems to get to me a little bit every time. So let's talk to the minstrel and see what's going on. There's the minstrel. Ah, welcome back. Dare I hope you were able to find the answer? Yes, I'm happy to say. Miss Momodi helped me come to a realization, and when I go to speak with my sister, there's a certain letter he wants to take with him because he wants her to tell it to her and use it as an example or something. I see. By all means, feel free to borrow the letter. Does it have any distinguishing characteristics? As I recall, there was a large drawing of a blue chocobo on it. Very well. Let us all search together, the more swiftly to find it. Alright. Oh. Letter with a chocobo carriage drawing. That's not what we need, but let's see what it is here. Or at least I wouldn't say so. He didn't say anything about carriage. He just said a blue chocobo. Dear not so new... Oh, letter with a chocobo carriage drawing. Dear not so new adventurer. As a traveling merchant, I've had my fair share of happy encounters, but sharing a carriage with you stands out above them all. I'd say that's your vendor from the start of the game. For you see, I went on to sell veritable crate loads of the ring I gave you, and turned enough of a profit to buy my own carriage. You shared with me your adventurer's luck, and I count my blessings every day. No matter where I go, I often hear tale of your exploits, and it makes me inordinately proud, to have met you. Till we meet again, my friend, I pray for your continued safety and success. While the contents ring a bell, this letter wasn't written by an explorer, nor does it bear a drawing of a blue chocobo. It isn't the missive Nagi is looking for. No, these are not the droids you're looking for, but we're going to look at them anyway. Ah, letter with a blue chocobo drawing. We're going to save that for just a second, because I see another one over here. Oh, actually two. We want to see what it is, just for fun. Let's see what else they had in case you end up clicking on by accident. Letter with a shield drawing. Okay. Letter with a shield drawing. As someone charged with the city's peace, I cannot overstate how much a boon adventurers are to our efforts. Some folk had expressed concern that an increase in drifters would see a corresponding rise in crimes, but on the contrary, they are steadily declining. Soldiers like ourselves are somewhat limited in the scope of our duties, and we are not always available to lend our citizens what assistance they need. Thus would I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to adventurers who step up to fill the void. While the contents ring a bell, this isn't it wasn't written by an explorer, nor does it bear a drawing of a blue chocobo. It isn't the missive Nagi is looking for. We're reading it just for giggles, just to see what they include. Because you never know what you'll see in these. They often do stuff, I guess, where it won't be what you need, but it's still charming, sweet, funny, whatever, to look at them. Letter with a quill drawing. Esteemed adventurer, should you chance to read this letter, I pray it finds you well. Much time has passed since you helped us rebuild in the wake of that terrible disaster, but we still remember you most fondly. Our lives continue to be hard, and every day brings new challenges. Nonetheless, we have regained a semblance of what we once had, and smiles are beginning to return to faces. The morrow will be brighter than today. This we dare to believe now, thanks to you. And should you yourself face hardship, I pray that you believe the same. While the contents ring a bell, this letter wasn't written by an explorer, nor does it bear a drawing of a blue chocobo. It isn't the missive Nagi is looking for. We know that already. We're reading it just for fun, because it might not be here a minute after we read the blue chocobo one. So now we see the blue chocobo one, we're just saving it for last. Letter with a blue chocobo drawing. Dear adventurer, how fares your journey? Mine continues, and I wake up to the sound of birdsong and lie down to sleep beneath the moonlight as I seek unblazed trails. Long ago, when an adventurer aided me, I was made to realize how alike we are. Deep down, we are simply travelers who thrill to make new discoveries. Thus do I write this letter now, in hopes of recruiting such like-minded souls to join me on an expedition. If you at all would like to share in to make uncharted charted, then I invite you to seek me out at the Drowning Winch in Limsa Lamensa. Eagerly do I await your coming. This letter, recruiting adventurers, bears a drawing of a blue chocobo. It must be the missive Nagi is looking for. Alright, let's go find Nagi here and find out. No luck over here so far. How about you? I think I've got it right here. A blue chocobo. Yes, this is the one. All that's left then is to talk to Kippy. Do you know where she is? Last I knew she was at the Weavers Guild. She went to the Weavers Guild, saying that she had business there. Perhaps she's buying clothes. At any rate, I'll look for her there. Thank you. Zoom. For this, too, might I trouble you to accompany Nagi? Afterwards, I ask that you tell me how events unfold. I shall await you at the Ruby Road Exchange. I'll see you over in a minute. Give me. And so I'm going to follow my little arrow here. I could have run over and just used the Aetheryte and come over here, but, you know, it's just as fast to run. And he's right here. You're here too, Artemis? I must confess, I'm feeling rather nervous, so I appreciate your presence. Oh dear, you came to find me? My apologies for taking so long. So, Nagi, were you able to find the answer? Aye. To begin with, I want you to look at this. An explorer is assembling an escort for an expedition. Certainly sounds exciting. In wanting your approval, I was determined not to rely on others, but a part of me dearly wanted to be part of the expedition, to go where I dare not set foot alone. So I've decided that I will answer the invitation. Then, this means you've given up on trying to do everything alone? I wanted to prove to you that I'm capable, that I'm no longer a burden. And in my obsession, I lost sight of why I became an adventurer in the first place. To see what lies beyond the horizon and lend a helping hand to those I meet. That's what drives me. And I was able to remember this thanks to Miss Momodi and Artemis. And whether or not you approve, I want to continue adventuring for my own reasons. Is that all right with you? Didn't you just say you didn't need my approval? But to be clear, I never actually intended to stop you. Do you remember what you once told me, Nagi, shortly before the calamity struck? Well, but I imagine Kippy remembers. Did you interview adventurers again today? What were they like? What kind of places have they been to? You never get sick of hearing about adventurers, do you? Never, ever. When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer too. Yeah, that's as fine an aspiration as any. Do you know what kind of adventurer you wish to become? A hero like in the tales, perhaps? Oh, no, sister, not a hero. Adventurers are free spirits, and I want to be the freest spirit of all. Oh, yes, I'll travel the world and meet lots of people. And when I visit home, you can interview me as much as you like. For that boy to spurn help for want of my approval, I couldn't bear to see it, and in order to bring you to your senses, I may have spoken a little sternly. As an adventurer, you'll experience no small amount of hardships, but you chose your path because you wanted to be free. So don't let yourself be shackled by expectation, be it your own or that of others. And instead, take things as they come. So long as you are true to yourself and recognize your limits, you'll surely find a way forward. And remember, not even heroes can accomplish everything alone. Relying on others doesn't make you a lesser adventurer. If anything, the freer we are, the more we need to look out for one another. And that, I believe, is the essence and beauty of adventuring. Wouldn't you agree, Artemis? What will you say? Wholeheartedly? Our hero needs friends as much as anyone. A hero needs friends as much as anyone. Understood, Kippy. I won't ever forget this. Knowing you, I expect you're raring to answer the explorer's petition in Limsa Limenza. You'll be taking an airship, yes? In which case, I should give these garments to you now. I had them made for you, thinking it was past time you had something better. For me? Thank you so much, sister. I must thank you too, Artemis. You're the kind of adventurer I admire, and I'll keep on working hard to be like you. I couldn't have asked for a better person to watch over my little brother. I appreciate everything you've done for him, and look forward to meeting you again, be it for a story or something else. With that, we take our leave of you. Till next time. Later, you guys. I know I see you again later, Kippy. I run to you all the time. I don't know when I'll see you again, Nagi. You see the siblings off, safe in the knowledge that all will be well. Time to rejoin the wandering minstrel and relay to him the tale's happy conclusion. Alright, we need to go to the Ruby Road Exchange. Let me double check. Adventurers Guild or the main Aetheryte, either one on each side of it. So let's go to the Adventurers Guild. I think I know where he is, but I wanted to make sure. So that's the Adventurers Guild right there. And yeah, just for this event, they have a stage over here. Because in the past, they have done a play and stuff like that use the stage. So now people get up there and they dance or whatever. So, that's part of the decorations for the event. And again, you have all the lanterns and the signs. At least here in Old Die, anyway. You have lights on the street. I forget if they're there all the time or not. Sometimes I don't remember all the decorations, just the normal town. Alright, Wandering Minstrel, what's up? Welcome back, my friend. Judging by your expression, I take all is well with Nagi and Kippy. Yeah, they're okay. I see. Pleased am I to hear that. When we first set out on our journeys, it is usually for the simplest of reasons. Yet as we make our way, those reasons may become lost in a haze of motives, causing us to lose sight of what truly matters. In such a time, if we can but remember what prompted us to take our first step, we will always find the strength to take the next. Nagi shall be fine, I am certain of it. My thanks for keeping an eye on him. No worries. And now we get a minute with him. These events have inspired a new verse in me. A verse about the dreams of those who seek new worlds and the hopes of those who see them off. And each year he does a little verse like this and you get some kind of vision. So it's time for that. Because it evokes a vision and then you have this other little bit that comes up and plays. Uh-oh. Okay, all white. Okay, there we are. On an airship. and it's flying itself. Yeah, boy. How crazy is this fixing to get? Greetings, warrior of light. Hey! This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. And now we have a name, Naoki Yoshida. Yes, this is Yoshi P in-game. He is the minstrel that you see all the time. Because he is your gatherer of your tale in order to tell it. So each year, you end up running into him in some fashion in a little mini vision. And so this is it this year. 10 years have now passed since the world was reborn from its ashes, since we set forth upon this journey. Countless things have happened during that time, and I've had the pleasure of meeting many an adventurer along the way. If truth be told, it hasn't always been easy. There are moments when I wonder why I must struggle so. Days when I'm tempted to cast it all aside. But in spite of this, I always manage to carry on. And it is thanks to my wonderful comrades and to you, our esteemed adventurers. By now, I must have regaled with tens of thousands of your tales. You usually share them with a smile, but even when it is with a frown, you tell me that you are still enjoying yourself. 'Tis no exaggeration to say that I derive all of my driving force from you all. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Ours is an unending journey, and nothing would make me happier than if we could keep walking it together. As you make your way, we promise that we will ever be at your side, matching you step for step. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Much time has passed since the world was reborn from its ashes. Countless souls have made their place their home. Every single one has left an indelible mark upon it. Oh, wow. Hello, Phoenix. Together, we have built this world, and it is our sincerest hope that we shall continue to do so for many years to come. So please, be safe and well. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. And thank you, Yoshi P and Company. I dare say Nagi is aboard the airship by now. I pray that he and Kippy will find happiness on their respective paths. I hope you do so as well, my friend. If you would lend me an ear, I would dedicate these verses to your future. By morning light, the journey starts. a thrill of hope in our hearts. On westerly wind to river song, into the world where we belong. But fields of white and azure sky, sunset storm a crimson fire, jewels a glitter on pitch black veil, a new day dawns, so goes the tale. By eternal wind we carry on, boldly towards a golden morn, with memories a guiding star, shining our steps both near and far. Where you will go, whom you will meet, what you will see. There is no telling what the future holds for anyone. Yet come what may, I bid you never forget this. The bonds you forge, the memories you make, and the footprints you leave behind. They shall one day spur you forward. So pray continue walking on your own path. Wherever your journey leads, I shall be praying for your happiness. There goes Nagi. And they always have the fireworks at the end. And it changes each year to indicate another year. So it's a good full one. With memories shared yet all our own, as when we brave frontiers unknown. Thank you for 10 years. Well, I haven't been around for all 10, but thank you for 8. And that completes the quest for us. What drives us? Level 15 again, and we get 1,440 experience, 458 gil, the Rising Phoenix Whistle for the mount, which was the phoenix you just saw, and the Namia Potpourri. So we will complete that. You now have access to the letter forest at the Gold Court. Speak with the tender stationed there to read the letters. Additionally, you have also unlocked the Kupo Kupo adventure minigame on the steps of Nald. Speak with Nanora at the Ruby Road Exchange to play. This, along with other mini-games, may also be played by opening the toy chest in any inn room. And we get the achievement, A Decade of Adventure. Now, we will use our Phoenix Whistle and learn the mount. And I will hop over here for a second out of the way and turn the camera around. And we will show off one of the Namia Potpourris to show what it does. Let me hide my... Sets up a wreath with Namia flowers. And Namia flowers in here mean good luck for travel, for a safe passage. So it's always good luck if you're journeying or going on a trip or whatever, to have those as an offering in a shrine or something. So that's what that is for you. So we will turn our attention back to the game proper. And give me 1 second here. Now, I will jump over here really fast, because there is one thing about this mount. Matter of fact, I will teleport over here. We will go to Blackbrush Station where we were earlier. And I will show off that mount real quick. Because there's one catch to this mount this year. that they did not mention initially. So we're going to open up our mount guide. We have a new one on page 1. And there it is. The Rising Phoenix, created as a token of gratitude for the Warrior of Light, this majestic familiar assumes the likeness of the phoenix, the immortal bird of legend. Upon death, the creature is said to rise again from its own ashes, on account of which it is a revered symbol of rebirth. Now, summon forth your rising phoenix, a symbol of rebirth and gratitude both. So we will get that, and we'll put on our bar for just a minute, just have some fun. And we will hop on it. But there's one catch. As you see, I'm not sitting on it. This mount, you actually transform into it this time. You are the Phoenix. Because 10 years ago, it was the players and the devs' passion for the game, wanting it to work. Of course, it's a business, but yeah, they want it to work. They want to have fun with it. They believe it can be enjoyable. But it was them and the players, and especially the players who kept faith and come in and played and made the game take off, that took the game where it is today. And it does have a little extra tidbit here called a Flame Reborn. Summon celebratory flames in honor of a realm that rose from the ashes. It does not do anything in battle. For one, you can't be transformed while you're in battle because you can't fight. So let's see what this does here. Oh, wow. Hold it. I hit the wrong button here. That was my fault. In trying to hurry. Oh, goodness. You light up as though you're a phoenix. Burning into ashes or sitting there doing an attack. That is so cool. Thank you, gang. And now, we will hop down and dismount. And you turn back to yourself. So, we are now all set. We will hop over here. And with that, I know this has been a long video. I do apologize for that, but I wanted to get everything in and go through and actually have a little bit of conversation about the event in case anyone is new to it and maybe hadn't done it before, wanted to know what was going on, what it was all about. So, if you want to know more, there is a documentary that was done a while back by NoClip. It documents the fall and rise of the game. If you get a chance and you're really interested, do go check it out. So you will find out everything that went on, why the game had to be rebuilt from scratch, basically, and how they did it, how they went about it. So do go watch that if you are interested, if you don't know the story. And if you are playing the game, do something fun right now. Enjoy the friends that you have in here. And maybe make a new friend. So, with that, do something fun right now while you can. Do something to celebrate 10 years. If you've been around for 10 years, thank you so much for helping the game. I appreciate you. If you were around in 1.0, when the game was really messed up and you still hung around, thank you too for that, because you helped get us going. So, I appreciate you, I really do, because this is my online home anymore. So, from me and anybody else who appreciates it, thank you very much. And also from me, SF Lady Wolf, thank you for watching my video. I hope you have fun. I will try to do the other stuff that's in here as well, like another quest line. That will be a separate video coming up. And also the letters that are in the forest. I will go read those and let you see what they are all about, in case you can't get to this event, or maybe you just want to see if maybe you had something different. So I'll see you in the next video. May you always walk in the light of the crystal. Thank you so much. And from Artemis, bye-bye.